new money, when it's not savers, be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. On the rails, watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist,
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back then dip. Got a whole party all on the
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Excellent! 258! Boxing, 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 boxing! Number 50! Hey, you block over here!
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down now, it's Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards, first down Packers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Again, he finds an opening. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
The 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. the pistol. It's Gurley. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Check three.
Off the play fake, Davidson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Sternberger, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, He'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Davidson. This is caught. It's close. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Davidson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down.
Set 70, Indy. That's the way. Mike's 50.
Operating from the gun, Davidson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. On 1st and 10, Davidson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Hey, Sam off.
From the gun, Davidson. He's going to air one out. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, LA. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jones. Room here to run. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 15-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go, set, 30 base. 50. Down to lose 1. Now.
Throwing on first down. Davidson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw. Davidson going up top. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, alert three.
A final shot before break. Davidson, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to throw. Davidson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll find Everett there, complete. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Davidson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Davidson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40. The 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 77 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready to break.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Packers' 36-yard line.
Okay, ready? Mike 42, check, check, Mike 42. You go, night. Shoot.
2nd and 11. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On 4th down, Davidson. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This is Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Back now in. Los Angeles. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll go again to Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Mike's 50, Mike's Bravo. Come on. Go.
To throw on 3rd down. Davidson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Za'Darius Smith. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Harris to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Hey, Haywood.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that'll set them back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Mike 4-2, Mike 4-2.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Oh, you got deep. Shoot.
Now Gurley. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.